What was your favorite moment of being on Power Rangers as a whole? Favorite moment?
I did do a scene on the mistletoe. Old enough for this. I did a scene on the mistletoe when we were filming, and we were supposed to be on the mistletoe, and it's hanging on the door, and she's like, "Oh, Tommy, you know, on the mistletoe," and I was like, "Yeah." So I just went like this and dropped my pants in the middle of the shot. Cut. Dude, what is wrong with you? I was like, "What?" I was like, "It's a mistletoe. Is that what we're supposed to do?" Like, "Yes, under the mistletoe." I was like, "Oh, all right, sorry." Yeah, that was a really good moment. That was a good moment. And, yeah. Zordon. Anyway. Oh, another good moment I have is when I'm in an elevator and people recognize me, you know, and they won't say nothing. And I'll just usually have a watch. I feel so naked, but usually I'll stand in the elevator and they're like, "Oh man, yeah, that's it." They're like, "You know, what floor?" I'm like, "No, I'm cool, man." All right. Can you push 6, please? I'm gonna teleport. I try to teleport.
Try to teleport out of there.
Scott, I don't need you to push a button, dude. All right. Any other questions? Yes, in the back.
Yeah, I was wondering, when you were planning on leaving the show with Turbo, do you know if that's something Saban was going to end up replacing all the actors?
No, dude, that was all me. I left the show. That's why I'm probably not going back on Megaforce, dude, is because of control issues. Okay? Saban, listen, I've said this before. I had karate videos out. Okay? I mean, Saban, look, Haim Saban, if you're watching, you're a great businessman. I have no problems with you whatsoever. I would go back to the show for $1 for my fans. So let's make that clear. Okay, so it's an ego issue. All right? When I did the Power Ranger karate workout videos, remember?
Yeah.
I
Still have
of that. I had a pretty big percentage of that. So I did number 2, the White Ranger video. It was released. I had like 15%. It was going to go everywhere. I was like, cool. He got upset at me and he pulled the videos from every entire market.
Oh,
and when
dude,
he was asked, why he pulled videos, and he said, look, I'm a millionaire already. I ain't giving him more money. I'd rather lose millions than give this guy money. Okay. All right. My character became so popular on the show that I never misused my powers at all on that show. But what I did do was I thought it was important that the actors that were hired on the show to actually meet who is this Haim Saban. They've worked. They've never met him. Okay. These guys are making, and they got paid garbage. All right, but they've never met this guy, so I decided to be the good guy, to go into his office and tell him, look, you need to meet these actors. I mean, with us, it was such a new show. They bought us cars, they met us, and I went to Haim's house. But once it became big and corporate, we've never seen him again. So the money, millions and millions and millions of dollars, the hot sauce. He wants someone to eat the hot sauce for a free shirt, dude. Come on. All right. So the point. Yeah, it was my idea. I put a little hot sauce on my dog's tongue, and my wife's like, "What's wrong with that?" I'm like, "I don't know." What's wrong with your dog? Look at it. But so I decided I'm going to go in and I'm going to talk to Haim. And I'm going to talk to him, and I'm going to tell him that he needs to meet everybody. Well, the conversation went wrong. I wasn't leaving the show. That's not what I went into there for. But I have morals, and I went in to talk to him about it, and it was like, I don't need to go. And I'm like, you do need to go. You need to pat him on the back, dude. This goes more than money. They will work hard for you if you get patted on the back. So it went to, well, I'll just pay you more money. I don't need custody. I don't need this. I'll just pay you more money. I said, no, dude. It's not about paying money. I'm just telling you it's about pat on the back. So I just was like, I'm not a prostitute or anything like that. You can't just buy me. You need to, and that's how the conversation went. So I said, well, I'm done. He goes, you walk out of my office, I'm firing everybody if you leave. And he goes, that's on you. And so I was like, I just was done with it. You know what I mean? Like I had to prove a point to myself to say, it doesn't matter about money. It matters about what the morals and the points were of the story. So when I went, everyone ended up getting fired. Now, Yellow Ranger, that became Tracy, okay? She was an ex. Then she started seeing the Green Ranger from the show, so that's how she became the Yellow Ranger. She kind of dropped Johnny in a heartbeat, so I don't really like Tracy just for what she's done to Johnny, And Johnny was depressed, and he started playing an instrument, and God gave him the gift of saying, okay, now we're going to create iShine. So everything's meant to be for a reason, but when I left Turbo, it was that reason. Now, why I say I probably won't be on Megaforce is because they asked me to, but I'm not going to go around and promote them if I'm not on the show. It's not a good role. What do I want to be on the show for? Billy was sweeping the command center, and I don't want to do that. If you're not a ranger,
Yeah,
I'm not doing
exactly,
that.
man.
And so, like, the point is, when a girl breaks up with you, right, and she calls you, you have to answer the phone, and if you know that, you need to answer the phone and say, hello, hey, look, I got bad news, I'm breaking up with you. So you feel better about yourself, right? And you say, hello, oh, you're breaking up with me? Well, actually, I broke up with, no, you broke up with me. Oh. So it's the thing of me leaving him, and honestly, he's got billions and billions of dollars. I'm so popular that they're calling up the Saban and Legal Parker to call me and say, look, you got to tell your fans quit calling. I'm like, well, just do something for him then. You know what I mean? If I were you, I would put my ego aside, shake hands. I'm a businessman. He taught me how to be that businessman. I'm just not a cutthroat businessman. Take the Green Ranger, do a whole freaking new Dark Green Ranger series, and market it towards this age group. But he probably won't because he's a billionaire. So like that story of pulling the shelves, pulling my karate videos off the shelf just so I wouldn't make X amount of dollars, but he would lose millions. It doesn't matter. The guy's a billionaire. He is a billionaire. And that's why Paul Schreier went back, because he loves Paul Schreier. So because I left the show, he didn't see me struggle and beg back. Austin did. That's why he became the Gold Ranger. He begged back, I need a job, I need to come back, and then they made him the Gold Ranger. I was like, dude, he screwed you over more than I ever have. You know, I've never, it was one of those issues. And it doesn't matter one way or another. I put, like I said, faith, and God leads me where I want to go, and if he wants me to do that, I'll do it. But I want to make it clear to my fans that it has nothing to do with money. I would definitely do it for you guys. It shows you who has the ego problems, because I'm the biggest draw there is to Power Rangers, and he knows it, and I'm promoting the franchise right now. So if he ever comes to me and tells me that I shouldn't do this, and I couldn't do that, then I'm embracing the the Power Rangers, and I'm just making him more money anyway. So it's not about that. So if you see me and I'm not back, it's because of that issue. And it's sad to know that. You know what I mean? But when someone has everything in the world and they're selfish and greedy like that, it will catch up to you. Saban will and cannot do any other movies in Hollywood. They don't want to work with Hein. Nobody does. That's why Hein left the business. You'll see what he's done. If he's got billions of dollars, why not do movies?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Not because he don't have the money. He can't. Nobody wants to work with him.
Wow.
You know? But I'm a businessman. I would definitely work for him, for you guys, and for the fans. And you know, I think it's funny how he can't control my popularity.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
My fans love me. I love my fans. You just can't control it. And that's probably what gets him even more mad. Everywhere he turns, he sees me. Wow. So why not use me? I have no issues. You know, one thing I learned in the Hollywood business, and I think if I would teach anybody, especially a younger guy, anything, I would teach you this. Business is business, and personal is personal. Once you interconnect those two cords in your office, anywhere else, you're going to have issues. I really feel that business is business. You can train work on a business level. It's just business. But on a personal level, it's different. My instructor said this. You need to respect rank. I'm like, yes, sir, but I don't like that guy, you know, because he's done. You need to respect rank, but you don't need to respect the person. So when you're on my dojo floor, it's yes, sir, no, sir. I respect your rank. Might not respect you as a person, but I don't interconnect those two cords. I train my staff that. You start dating a student, it's all messed up. It becomes a soap opera, you know. And and also you can do anything you want to do. It's just you got to put your mind to it. And no matter who says what, that you can't do this and you can't do that, I say bull. You know.
Yeah.
And, I went to New York Comic Con against everyone's advice. New York Comic Con, they said I was never gonna be a draw. There was too many stars. There was, you know, Adam West and Lou Ferrigno. I'm never going to beat. My line was the biggest line in New York. It was 6 hours.
Yeah! That's right. Greatest Ranger ever.
I'm mad because the hardcore fans. And to be honest with you, I was quite surprised. And I'll tell you about worrying. I worried about that trip. You know what I mean? I really worried about that trip. I told my wife, I'm buying my own stuff. I said, if I don't have anybody, babe, it's all right. We'll just, tour the city. And when I got there, I didn't see nobody in my line, but they were lined up around the building. And I didn't know they were there for me, so when I walked up to my booth, I was like, oh, darn. And then they were like, wow. And then I started seeing all this Power Ranger shirt. I said, what's this line for? They said, that's for you. And the line just did nonstop. And that's the reason why I'm here at Wizard World, is the promoters saw it. They said, wow, you do have a draw. And that's why I went against all, agents. What's up, buddy? All agents and everything else that I thought, it was just one of those things where sometimes you just have to step out in faith and believe. And it's so hard to step out in faith because it's invisible. It's like standing on top of a building and saying, hey, step out there, you're not going to fall. Sucker, no. But it is. It's that invisible faith to know that everything's going to be all right. Because if you worry about it, what does worrying do? And worrying festers, and it becomes an issue and a problem.
There's this really older gentleman that's supposed to come in here.
Oh, Billy? Maybe Yost?
Stan Lee.
Stan Lee?
Yeah.
What?
No. But not right away, in about 10, 20 minutes. But you guys got stuff you want to get signed, plus do pictures. So we're going to wrap you up in just a few.
Well, what we can do is I thought, is as I talk, we can come up one at a time and I can just sign stuff. You know what I mean? We'll start with this table. Like original
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
Dude, that is... That's awesome.
I have any questions? Yes, you're right. I was just pointing out. I don't think it's not right. I'm usually on.
Yeah, I still talk to Amy once in a while.
I thought you had flowers you did.
No.
It's my Power Ranger collection.
All I asked for was her to talk to my daughter and send me an autograph for my daughter because she loves her. And I got it there. Autograph for Naomi. I was pretty upset.
Don't forget, at 2 o'clock, there's also a Q&A, so you guys can joke with them since you've already been here and ask them some more intimate, personal questions.
Hey, check it out.
124, so this is 126, so it's like 2 doors down. Yeah, this is
Hey,
2 doors down at 2
You guys
o'clock
can come
today.
in there, pump it up a little bit for the video.